Hello amazing leaders, and welcome to day 66 of the Amazing 90-Day Challenge. Today's title is Give Back. Now, as amazing leaders, I believe we should always be looking for ways to give back to the next generation of amazing leaders. It's inspiring for me to be able to work with younger people to see what they bring to the table, what challenges they have, what ideas and thoughts that they have, not only with the technology that's around nowadays that they know better than I do, but also with what they think the future is going to be like. It's their future of what they're going into as well. And I'm still young enough to be able to remember back to how I felt at their age, whether that was at school or at college, or whatever it was, and I've still got the ability as well to look forward into the next 10-20 years of my life as well. So I'm in a really nice position in my life to hopefully be able to communicate effectively with them as well. So one of my amazing 3D goals was to be able to give a talk at my old secondary school. I haven't been there in 26 years. The last time I was there, I was collecting my GCSE results, which weren't brilliant, and I went there to collect them, and that was the last time that I've been there. But I set a goal to be able to give a talk to the future students there, to be able to give back from what I learned and what I took away from that school. And today I get to complete that goal. So I'm really excited to share some of the amazing 3D goals, programs and thoughts and ideas with them, and to see how many goals that they set. And I'm going to be able to do that with two groups of people, and it's going to be really fascinating to see what they come up with, how well they take on the idea, the concepts, and also what they can sort of bring to the table, what they can add to it as well. So today I'm going to be the student, and I'm going to be learning from them, because I'm sure there's going to be lots of insightful things that come up. I'm sure it's going to be challenging as well, so I'm prepared for that, but I'm also more excited than I am nervous about giving these talks to these next generations of amazing leaders. So I want to challenge you. What have you done in the past to give back? Now, a trait that most amazing leaders have is they often do give back, and they're very generous with their time, with their finances, with their resources, with their knowledge. And I'm sure that you've done a lot of giving back in your time. So just spend a few moments after this podcast or this video that you're watching, just to think about some of the things that you have given back to over time. When was the last time you gave back to somebody else or a group of other people? How well did that go? How did you feel after doing that? What was the feedback from others around you as well? Because often when we give back, or when we give out of something of ourselves, we receive more coming back to us, which is a wonderful thing. We often don't do it for that, obviously, but that's just the way that the world works. So think back to some of the things that you've done in the past, some of the amazing things that you've helped other people with. Is there a certain person or a group of people that you can actually see when you help them, and when their life maybe changed paths slightly, or maybe massively, and they went on to do amazing things themselves as well? And again, we don't do this very often. We don't want to give ourselves the credit, because that's not why we do it. But it's nice to be able to just remember those things, because I think that it inspires us to do more of that. So I've got a challenge for you. What do you want to do next to continue to give back some more? So have you thought of something? Has something been playing on your mind? Has this 90-day challenge put something in your heart to be able to do something that you're going to give back more? Whether that's just your knowledge, are you going to write a book or write a blog or share some of your thoughts, whether that's on video or through a podcast? What is it that you're going to do to be able to give back? Maybe you'll go and give a talk at your old school or another school or university to share your knowledge and your thoughts and ideas. Maybe it's just to inspire your team around you, or your family or your friends. Whatever it might be, I want you to write that down as an amazing 3D goal. So you just need that dream or that desire that you have. Write a description down about what you're doing. Mine was simply this: I want to give a talk or a speech at my old secondary school by this certain date. And what was fascinating with that is I put a date down originally of to do it by the end of July, the end of the month that we're currently in right now. And when I finally got through to the person who I needed to speak to, they said that actually there won't be any time to be able to do it before the end of the school is out for the summer. So let's reschedule it and do it in September. So I was a bit disheartened by that, but I thought that's fine, okay. I still get to complete a goal, it just missed its deadline by a bit. Anyway, a week or so later, something happened and they contacted me again and said, actually, would it be possible to come in before the end of July to be able to give a talk to 2 sets of students so that you can, give your message over around the Amazing 3D goals. So my original date is still going to be met, which is just fascinating for me. You put something out there, you put a dream, you write a description about it, and you put a date by it. That's the Amazing 3D goal concept. And then things start to happen. I couldn't have orchestrated that. That was something out of my power, but actually it's happened anyway. So what are you going to do? What's your next step? What's your challenge that you're going to set yourself to give back more? My hope in doing this is that I might inspire and teach them something new today, something they've not heard from a different voice. I have the luxury of not being their teacher or their parent, so I'm an adult to them, and that's something that often school children don't hear very often. They're only hearing from teachers or their parents. So hopefully I might be able to break through a little gap there in between those 2 sets of very important people in their lives as well. Whatever happens, I'm excited to do it. I'm looking forward to hearing their thoughts, hearing some of their goals. There's going to be some time for sharing, so I'm excited to hear what they're going to set themselves around the different topics that I'm going to give them to be able to put down their own goals on paper. And for some of them it might be the first time they've ever done that. But if I was their age and somebody came in and gave a talk at my school then 26 years ago, I just wonder, where would I be now? What would I have done in the last 26 years? Would it have been different? And my hope to continue to inspire them, to inspire you as well to do amazing things. So come back tomorrow for an update on how I got on. I'll share with you as much as I can on what happened and what went well and what I learned from this whole experience as well. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you'll have an amazing day, and remember, why be average when you can be amazing?